you guys are doing well. If you're new here, my name is Petra, and welcome to Rockin' with the Stars. We are so happy to have you join the Star family because we are what? Blessed and highly favored over here. And if you believe that as well, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and also share to other people you know that are blessed and highly favored. All right, now let's get right into it with Star Shit of the Day. Okay, guys, let me tell y'all, I'm just glad I got that all down. Like I said, I need to start being like consistent with saying everything that I need to say because I be leaving some shit out. Okay, so I hope y'all love the introduction because I was just like, okay, it needs to be in order, so that's going to be the introduction for the future videos and stuff like that. And I also have a closing that I'm going to be saying as well, which is going to be the same, but I noticed in some videos I be like leaving some shit out, and we want to be real consistent when it comes to stuff like that. But I truly do hope you guys are doing well. I'm really excited when I tell y'all watched the last video. Go ahead and watch that video first. And so you can stay up to date and you'll understand the message from what I got to say today. Because for Star Show today, y'all, I have a lot. I have a lot to say for Star Show today, and it was just so many confirmations that I've been receiving, not only from it popping on my screen or on my feed or being on YouTube and it pops up on that, but also like my soul sis will send me things and it'll just resonate, so stuff like that. So I think I want to start off with let me see what I want to start off with because it's been a lot. First, let me tell you guys the Star shit that just happened. I want to say yesterday or the day before yesterday. Yeah, it was like the day before yesterday or something like that. So y'all remember when I told y'all that it was actually when I started with these cards, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened when I was telling y'all about how I saw this message of I can do all things through Christ with which strengthens me. And that is Philippians 4:13. So I told y'all like a couple of weeks ago that I was just kind of like seeing like what was it like. I walked into one of this daycare center that I grew up in, and I was just like, let me just get a little extra income. I wasn't mad about that because that was something that was just like, which is literally by my house. Like I can literally walk there, and it's like a 5-minute walk. So I was like, that'll be the best, move as far as like for me to save and stuff like that, and then pour into my business and do any other things that I would like to do outside of my interests and stuff like that. So I said that would be something cute. That would be a cute little one too. And I told y'all that I had applied, and I went in there and I saw that message of I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me, and I was just like, oh my goodness, like that is so crazy, like. And then when I came back, I noticed that those were on my cards. And so, like I told y'all, that was a couple of weeks ago, before I had went to Atlanta and stuff like that. And I went in on some like trying to see how things change and stuff. And I wasn't really thinking nothing of it. I was just like, let me see. And the lady who's there, she's been the owner since I went there, since my whole family went there as kids. So it was so crazy. And she was just like, yes, I remember you. I remember your little brother. I remember all of y'all, yada, 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 whatever. So we was just catching up at that. But she was telling me that, she had already hired 2 people, at the time that I went in. And I was just like, oh, girl, don't worry about it. I was just like, the whole gist of me coming there was just to see how things change. Because I've always seen, like, because they renovated the whole thing. So I never really went in. Like, I haven't been in like, years to see, like, how everything has renovated or anything like that. I don't even remember how it looked when I was a little kid. When I was going there, but I only saw like the outside view of things, and so that's why it just my curiosity just led me in there. So I wasn't necessarily like really wanting to get a job. Like, yes, that would have been like a cherry on top, but I was like, let me see how things look in here. So yeah, so fast forward, like she told me, she was like, I'll still call you to see, like, you know, if we need you or if we don't need you, you know, I'm gonna still let you know regardless. And I was like, okay, cool, that's fine with me. You know, just trust me. Like when I tell you I was not thinking, like I was like, I don't care, like it is what it is. Like if it doesn't, like if she doesn't take me on, that's literally divine intervention, you know, like you know how the saying goes, like rejection is divine protection, you know. And so I was just like, it is what it is. So fast forward, they've been calling me, like we've been like phone tagging each other, and I was just like, bro, like we kept on missing each other. And like she would call me, I'll miss her call, I would call her back, she wouldn't be in, and it would be like that like for a couple of days. And I was just like, oh Lord, child, I ain't got time. But the thing is, it be my fault too, because I be leaving my phone on do not disturb, child. And yeah, like I be forgetting that it's on do not disturb. But when it's off do not disturb, I be like, ooh, I be ready to put it back on do not disturb, because I don't like all those notifications coming up on my screen, distracting me and stuff. So yeah, so that's what was going on. So fast forward, I got a hold of one of her workers that called me and was just like, she wants me to come in for an interview. And I was just like, that was like a day before I was gonna hop on a plane. I was just like, nah. Like I said, please just leave her a message that I will be going to Atlanta. Like, I don't see myself trying to come up there, trying to have an interview and then hop on a plane. You know, like I said, don't even worry about it. But when I sent her that, when I told that to the worker, in my head I was just like, yeah, it's all good. Like, you know, it is what it is. Like, in my head I was just like, nah. Like I feel like me coming in, that was my interview. Like, you feel me? Like, bitch, why I gotta do another interview? Like I said, it is okay, because I didn't really necessarily wanted that job. Like I really, really wanted it. But anyways, let me get to it. So yeah, come back from Atlanta, and you know, I told y'all everything that happened with that. Or whatever. If you don't know, go ahead and watch my last video, because I told you everything that happened in there. So yeah, so I've been chilling for like a couple of 3 days or so. And I was just like, in my head, I was just like, you know what, like I do need something to come in. Like I do need a little bit more income just to handle like the little bills. I don't have big bills to like, you know, take care of. But I was just like, let me just put something in my pocket, you know, just so I can have the freedom and the ability to do things that I like to do, you know, instead of just staying cooped up in the house. So yeah, so that crossed my head, and what in my head I was just like, oh, I did meet somebody on the way to the airport. And I got his information. He was telling me about like a job opportunity or whatever that he knew about and stuff, but he wasn't able to take it because he got kids of his own, yada yada yada. And I was just like, okay, cool, like here's my number, let me know or whatever. So I did hit him up, and he told me what the job was, and I was just like, nah, it's all good, because he was telling me I was gonna have to put like 12 hours a day, and like by the end of the week you're gonna get such and such amount. And I was just like, honestly, like I don't really care too much about like the amount of money I will receive, you know. Like that was a lot of time being put in, and I feel like that was just too much of my energy trying to be put in, like working 12-hour shifts. Like he said it was like an insurance adjuster or something like that, and I was just like, no, it's all good. Like I said, like I was just like, yeah, no. I was looking for something part-time, because like I do have my business, and that's something I do want to pour into. And if I'm working 12 hours a day, like 6 to 7 days a week, like bitch, no, like I do not care. I say, yeah, I closed that shit in like real quick. I was like, yeah, don't worry about it, never mind. So, right after this same day that I like turned him down, the lady that I told y'all at the daycare, she had called me, and I was just like, I remember that number, and something just told me, I just answered it like really, really quickly. And I was like, hello. And she was like, hey, like she was like, this is Miss Stephanie, that's her name or whatever. And she was like, yeah, like I've been trying to call you, yada yada yada, like it be going straight to voicemail. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Like, you know, I was in Atlanta, it was literally on go, like I wasn't expecting it. to be like that or whatever. And she was like, yeah, like, oh my goodness. Well, I told you, like, I know you said you wanted to get part-time or whatever. And she was like, I want to just go ahead and put you through whatever. And like, let me just get all your information so I can put you through into the system. And then you'll see the next steps and yada, yada. I was like, oh shit, okay. Like, and she was like, yeah, like I was saying, like she has a great personality and stuff. And so like, it would be great to have her on. And I said, look at God, like look at God. And I feel like that's the whole message of like everything that I'm about to share with you guys, because God is really like working out here, like, you know, like putting that work in. And I say that because that was one of the like confirmations that I received, that like I am going, like I'm on the right path, and everything that I need, like as far as like help and stuff like that, God is right there. The God is literally a step further than me. You feel me? Like, and so that was one of the confirmations that I received, and I was just so happy. I was like, yes, I know it would have been like, it's something easy, like, well, obviously, you remember I told you in the last video, I said don't have no expectations. So I don't have no expectations as far as like what position I'm gonna have there. But it was more so like that it's something part-time. Like I'm not gonna put that much energy there, because like I'm focusing on my personal growth, my business, my teamies, you know, the growth of them and whatnot, and the growth of my team as well. So that's why I was just like, I need somebody who, like, who's gonna have, like, you know, understand my availability, because I'm not trying to be open, like, you know, because sometimes when you have like open availability, that's how people can be crossing your boundaries. And that's what I was like worried about. And I was just like, yeah, nah. So like, I'm glad that I will be able to have this position where I don't even have to be paying for gas. Like, what? I don't gotta pay for gas. I don't gotta drive my car. Like, bitch, I'm gonna be walking, like, because it's right there. So it's just money I'll be able to save for future endeavors, and that's what I was asking for. So yeah, and then I'll be around kids. Like, I do love kids, like, you know, so it's not something like a job like I just don't care about, you know. Like, I feel like those interactions, like especially with kids, like they be inspiring me, I swear. Because I did tell you before, like I did used to be a nanny to two little girls, and that were 4 and 5, and I just loved them. They were so cute. But they would tell you what the fuck you need to hear, okay? They would put you on your ass. But yeah, so that was the main start shit of the day. But I do also want to talk about how let me see, how my sources sent me this post. I don't know if you guys know, if you ever heard of Nay Unfiltered. She is on Instagram. She does like little, well, let me not say little, like it'd be like a whole masterpiece of like skits and stuff like that, comedy skits, like Nigerian moms and stuff like that. She has so many different skits on her page like that. And also, do you know, like, Yvonne Orji, she was on Insecure, that's Molly. So, yeah, so basically, she had posted something, and when I tell you, I don't follow Nay Unfiltered, like, my sources literally sent that to me, and I was just like, oh my goodness, like, that shit was so freaking good. Let me find it, because I'm gonna post a little snippet. Listen, y'all, if I don't post the whole thing, just know, I ain't trying to get copyrighted, okay, because there was, like, a background music in there, and I'm not trying to get copyrighted. So like, she was talking about like how, you know, she had went to Yvonne's comedy show, and she literally was just like, she just DM'd her, and she was just like, hey, like I'm can't wait to see you tonight, yada yada yada. And that was it. Like, she didn't think nothing of it. She was just like, I'm here to watch your show, like I can't wait to see you, and that's it. And she literally like kind of like went away, and she didn't look at it like at all afterwards. And so she was just like, something told her to go back to the message. And in the message, Yvonne was like, oh my goodness, tell them to bring you backstage. And she was just like, oh my gosh, like she felt so hurt, because she was already home, y'all. Like, she had already left, and she was just like, what the heck? You see how I just self-sabotaged myself? You know, she was just like, I literally sabotaged myself when something like this, that opportunity literally passed her by. So she was just like, you know what, whatever. So 3 weeks later, Yvonne's team had reached out to her and was just like, hey, like, Yvonne is gonna have a special going on, and she wants you to be a part of it, you know, an HBO special. And she was just like, what? Like, she was like, I'm not even an actress. Like, I don't have any of that on my page or anything like that. Like, I've never been to acting class or anything like that. And this opportunity literally landed in her lap. And she was like, you see how strategic God is? Like, it'll be something that you didn't even think of, you know, like, and it'll just land in your lap. And that was somebody that inspired her. Like, she was so inspired by Yvonne. And I was just like, oh my goodness, like, that shit was so freaking beautiful. And hopefully I'll be able to put like some of the snippets for y'all to see. But if not, just go ahead and go to her Instagram page, Nay Unfiltered. I'm gonna put it on my screen so y'all can see the video as well, because it was so inspiring. And I know, like, from watching that, I was just like, she was just like, you never know who is watching you. You never know who are talking about you behind closed doors, you know. And I told y'all about how the conference went, but I was more so telling y'all like that I wasn't getting all the recognition. But I'm not saying that I didn't get any recognition. It was a few people, like, and I say because it was a moment where we were over here partying and stuff like that. And, like, you know how they usually do, like, those little cams and stuff, like those spotlight cams. A lot of the times the spotlight cams were being pointed at me, and like while I was dancing and stuff, because I was literally just vibing, and it will point at me, like, throughout the night, you know. Not only that, it was somebody on stage who was like hyping out the crowd and stuff like that. She pointed at me. She was like, you come to the front. Like, she was like, you need to be here. I was like, it took me back, because I was like, girl, I don't even know you. And that's what Nay was saying. Like, she was like, I don't know Yvonne from Adam. She was like, but these people are vouching for me, you know. Yvonne, somebody that was on Yvonne's team was literally vouching for her. And she was like, I don't even know him from Adam. Like, and she was like, I know we're all Nigerian, but my mom don't know her mom. Like, we're not cousins or anything like that. And that's the same thing with over here at this conference. Like, I didn't know these people, and it was like putting a spotlight on me, and she was calling me up to the front to be dancing, and I was just like, oh my goodness. Like, but it's stuff like that. Like, just because everybody doesn't see your potential, it's those few people that will see your potential and see, like, the star quality in you, you know, like, that will literally see you. And that was like, it was so inspirational, because I was just like, oh my goodness, like, you know, like, it was so crazy, because I know I'm going to make a name for myself. Like, you feel me? And that goes on to the next thing that I wanted to say as well. Because I'm going to tell y'all, like, I ain't going to tell y'all my birthday, my exact birth time. But there was this post that I found, that I saw, that popped up on my feed. And it was just saying how your birth time determines, like, the kind of person that you will be. And I was like, that is so freaking true. It was so spot on. I'm gonna read y'all mine, because it says, like, from midnight to 2 a.m., if that's like around your birthday time, it says, you seek mobility and variety. There is an inborn thirst of knowledge within you. In fact, you just need to be aware of everything and everyone. However, you wouldn't like to reveal much about yourself. You have a very sharp mind and can grasp things quickly. Family and friend circle is very important to you. You are very sociable, yet reserved by nature. You are greatly influenced by your surroundings. Career-wise, you are likely to gain fame in television or film industry or in communication fields. Most of you will venture out in the world to make a name for yourself in mid-20s. In the long run, you will be a self-made person. Y'all, I said, if that's not me, bitch, like, that is crazy. Like, I said, what the fuck? Like, that is so crazy. Down to the thirst for knowledge, down to trying to see everything, down to trying to see everyone, like, down to, like, I might be on, let me not even say might be, bitch, when I tell y'all that spotlight, like, being on screen, like, bitch, TV personality, I know that about myself. You feel me? It's about, like, when the opportunity comes, you feel me? But it's like, when it comes to that, like, obviously I'm not the person that seeks fame or anything like that. It's just like, if it lands in my lap, okay, it lands in my lap. But y'all, bitch, my personality is made for entertainment. Like, I know I'm supposed to be in entertainment field. Like, I know I am. And it's just so crazy, like, how we all have our own niches. We all have our own path, to walk along with, and although, like, yes, at the conference not everybody saw that in me, it's because that would not only be my expertise, if you understand what I mean. Like, I can blow up somewhere else, but those are still something that will be a part of my life and my children's life, because it's about fruits and vegetables. I don't be going to the grocery store, so that's why I'm like, it still will benefit me. And then, like, the people that I will influence, I will be able to help them as well. And it will just come all full circle. That's what I was saying, like, when I was saying how we all each received our assignments. It was all different, but it's all gonna lead to the finish line. That's what I meant when I was saying that in my last video, if you already watched it. But yeah, so I was just like, oh my goodness. And not only that, there was something else that popped up. And if y'all don't know, I be talking about tea and cocoa, right? And when I tell you, like, I love me some Coco, I love me some Terrell. But this day, Coco was on live. And I was just like, I really don't be hopping on people's lives, y'all. I really don't. I just be kind of, like, if I see somebody on live, I just be like, and look at me, like, bitch, I even hopped on live the other day. But that's besides the point. Like, I don't always hop on people's lives. I really don't. So yeah, but this day, like, in particular, I said, let me see, like, something just called me to go ahead and watch her live for some reason. And I wasn't on there for that long, y'all. Like, I was on there for like a good 3 minutes. Like, I'd be hopping on and then I'm like, okay, let me go. But she was talking to somebody that was like giving her an interview or something like that. And the question was, who would you want to collaborate with? Who do you see yourself, your future self, collaborating with? Who would you like that to be and stuff? And when I tell y'all, this girl Coco she said Beyonce. I said, girl, what? Y'all, like, if y'all don't know me in real life, bitch, I love me some Beyonce, okay? Like, she has been a consistent, like, inspiration in my life since I was little. Like, it's always been her. Like, there has been nobody else, bitch. And that's just period. Like, when I tell y'all, because I have star quality within me, bitch, I can see that in other people. I knew when I was a little kid that Beyonce was that bitch. Even in Destiny's Child, bitch, I was the Beyonce of the group. Like, she is that bitch. And look, like, proof, like, it's literally proof. Proof is in the pudding. Like, you feel me? And so she was just like, yes, like, I feel like there's just so much to learn from Beyonce, like, she can teach me about motherhood. She can teach me about, like, being inspired, like, just her craft, and I was just like, oh my goodness. I was just like, yes, like, it is so true. Like, sometimes, and if you somebody that just don't like Beyonce, child, it's something that you got to look within yourself. Like, you got to ask yourself why you don't like Beyonce, because when people say that, it's just like, why you don't. Like, I feel like it's people choose to, like, not see the greatness in people, and it's just like, no, like, if it's me, like, bitch, I see greatness in everybody. That's the first thing I see first. Like, that's what was getting me in trouble in the past. Like, I was falling in love with people's potential, but, like, I also see, like, the greatness in you. Like, but with Beyonce, it's like, she's proven time and time again how great she is, like, the greatness that she has within her. And this is not to put her on a pedestal, because just as much as she see greatness in herself, bitch, I see greatness in myself. You feel me? It ties it all back around to that. And so that's why I was saying, like, when she said that, bitch, I said, in this lifetime, bitch, I know I'm gonna be Beyonce, bitch. And y'all bitch, I'm telling y'all now. I'm telling y'all now, okay? Because I know she has played such a huge role in my life. Like, she really has. And Y'all can say whatever the fuck y'all want to say. Like, Beyonce don't even know you. Da, 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 da. It's not even about that. Like, the way music, it nurtures the soul. That's kind of how it was. Like, it's all about her music. Like, I can pinpoint how every kind of project that she's been in, all her craft was literally on a journey of love. If I'm on that same journey of love, why wouldn't I like the things that she's putting out? Every song that she's put out, y'all, is literally about love. And if I'm the embodiment, if I'm the epitome of love, why wouldn't I be able to see that? That makes no sense. Like, all her journey is literally about unconditional love, y'all. And if y'all hear that, that's the garage, my bad. So yeah, that is literally all about unconditional love, okay? And I know I'm on that journey of unconditional love. I know I'm gonna have a divine partnership. I know this. Like, I feel it within me, like in the depths of my soul. And that's what Jay-Z is to Beyonce. That's why, like, with them coming together, with their union coming together, it unlocked that passion, all of that, those kind of, like, those sultry emotions, like all of that, like it unlocked her. And that's why she's able to pour that into a song. And I can go on and on, y'all, but child, that's all I gotta say, because y'all don't understand. Like, I know for a fact, bitch, I'm gonna meet Beyonce in this lifetime, y'all. I'm telling y'all right now, I don't know how she gonna find me, whatever thing I'm dibbling and dabbling in, because like I said before, like, I know I'm gonna make a name for myself. And just like how Beyonce be like recognizing, like she be showing recognition to people, and people hate to, like, love to throw hate on Beyonce's name, but Beyonce sees everything. And I love how she's, even though she is secluded from everything, and that's how it is, because she's a fucking empath. I would be very much secluded, but I will still show you love from afar, like how she's saying Cardi B flowers. She's always that person. She's consistent with that. You understand? Like, she's so consistent with that, showing people love from afar, because she sees it. But it's just like, she's not going to be on your ass. She's not going to be kissing your ass either. She's not going to be riding your coattail. And I'm the same way. I'm not doing that. Like, even in this business, I'm not going to be doing that. Like, whoever comes along my path will be coming along my path. There's a reason. But I'm not about to be riding your coattail or anything like that. Like, no, just so you can, like, so I can be stroking your ego. No, ma'am. No, sir. Like, that's not going to happen. I've always been that way. I'm not that kind of person. Like, I can say I love your story. I can say I love everything that you stand for. But only through time, where it'll show me, like, okay, like, yes, like, like, I really enjoy that. But I'm not about to be like, oh, I want to be everything like you. Like, no, I've never been that kind of girl. Okay, but let's get right into it. I know that was long, because it was just so much, y'all. It was so much star shit of the day. And I said I have to tell y'all, so everything come full circle, because y'all, I'm telling y'all time and time again, like, this is the beginning for me, okay? This is the beginning for me. Like, I know I'm gonna make it out here. And y'all watching the beginning, like, y'all watching me getting the low views and stuff like that. Y'all watching me get all of that right now. But when shit start popping, I don't want people to say, like, oh, she was dibbling and dabbling in witchcraft and because that's what people love to do. People love to say that. That's what they do. They do the same shit with Beyonce. And I'm like, bitch, like, that's so annoying. Like, it bothered me so much, because it's like, they just love to hate, and that's the problem. They love to hate, but it's like, people don't want to show, like, when people actually going through it. People don't want to show people when the views were low. Like, they don't want to show the actual, like, journey. They only care about the end goal. And then when the end goal is better than their own outcome, that's when they have all this shit to say. And I'm like, I've never been that kind of girl, because watching somebody else get blessed first, that don't make me like, oh, nah, it should be me. No, my time is coming real soon at that. You feel me? And I've always been that way. I've always been that way. So yeah. So the first card that came out for star shit of the day was star cards of the day. It says, I am creating a life I love. Period. And I feel like that's exactly what the hell I'm doing. Like, when I tell you I've been setting my boundaries, I've been saying like, no, I don't think this is for me. Like, because I'm creating a life that I love. If you constantly like say yes to things that you really want to say no to, or you're steady putting yourself last and putting other people first, you're not creating a life that you love and desire and like truly desire. You're creating a life of you being the backup and somebody else is being the main character of your life. And I've talked about that in the last video. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's stuff like that. Like, you have to be really, really intentional about creating a life that you love. And say, for example, you going around here saying like, oh, I don't like my job. Like, there's people here that don't like me, yada, yada, yada. Like, why are you still putting energy into it? It's like, in a sense, do you like that? Do you like the fact that it's causing you turmoil? Like, bitch, if you don't like it, it's time for you to make a change. It's time for you to leave it. And that's what I'm saying. People be holding these jobs on these pedestals and be like, I'm not gonna make it. Y'all, I went how long without a job, and y'all saw me in Atlanta. I'm proof enough that you do not have to be putting these jobs on a pedestal just to get by. Bitch, I'm still here. So that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all really gotta figure out what is a priority in y'all lives. You know, like, do not be scared to, leave something that is just not working in your favor. Like, no. All right, Spirit, what do my listeners and viewers need to know? I want to get one more card, Spirit. All right. All right, so this one says, today I am learning. Today I will focus on learning to grow into a better person. And that's daily. Like, I make the intention that I'm going to learn something new every day. Like, I made that intention. I was like, which is so true though. I feel like everybody should have that same intention. Like, you should want to learn something new every day. And the things that be popping up on my phone, whether I'm hearing, like, I'm watching a video and they teach me something, I'm like, oh shoot, like, but it's all to learn how to become a better person yourself. Like, that's what I love to learn. Like, I already told y'all that. Like, I have a thirst for knowledge, and it's so true. Like, I'm always like, okay, I want to learn about this. I want to learn about this, and I'm always so curious. So it's just like I want it to be feeding me, like, and that's never gonna stop. I'm gonna always learn. Even when I get to fucking 90 years old, bitch, I'm gonna still be learning. Like, it just don't stop, and I love it. All right, and then this one says, today I am energetic. Today I am filled with an incredible energy and enthusiasm to face this beautiful day. Honestly, if y'all can't feel the energy, I don't know what to tell y'all. And don't mind this nail that's just not on here. Child, mind your business, okay? When it comes to these press-ons, ooh, child, he be trying it. Okay, but yes, like, if y'all don't feel this energy, y'all, I'm exuding energy. Like, bitch, I am energy, So it's just like, I hope this is lifting y'all up as well as y'all listening to me, because, bitch, it's a whole vibe. Like, we love that here. You feel me? But yeah, y'all gotta pour into yourselves as well. Like, you have access to this energy as well. You should not be walking around like, what's his name? Igor? Y'all know what I'm talking about. What's his name off of child, I don't know. I can't think. I think his name was Igor. Y'all let me know. Cause now I'm curious. Let me see. With Piglet and stuff. Yes, yeah, his name is Igor. Look, I knew it, bitch. I knew it from Winnie the Pooh. Bitch, you need to walk around here like Igor, and that everything is just not working out in your favor. Like, no, like, you gotta remember that you are good. Okay, so those two wanted to come out. All right. All right. So the first one that came out says, I already have everything I need. And that will forever be something that I remind myself, like I literally just said that the other day. I was just like, I truly do have everything I need, like I have every resource I need. Like I really don't need nothing. Like right now, I really don't, and it's so crazy because that's literally how I've been moving. No, I didn't have no damn job. I didn't have nothing, but I was just like, I do have everything I need. Like the blessings were coming, the abundance were coming straight because it was straight from the divine. The divine was working through these people that are around me so I can remember that people are around me to help me, to see me win. So that's why I say, like, really just look around you. Don't look around at negative. Like, if you are an Igor and you're looking at everything like, oh, this is a tower. Like, everything, my life is crumbling down. I've worked so hard to build up this false life. Like, child, you needed that reality check because that shit was false. It's about creating the life that you love. If it was a life that you created that was not something that you genuinely love, it's gonna come tumbling down. It's gonna come crumbling down quickly because the foundation was not stable. And if a foundation is not stable, then that's what's gonna happen. All right. And then this one says, when was the last time I thought of a creative solution for a problem in my life? What did I learn from this? Child, I always thinking about creative solutions. Child, I feel like the most recent one was trying to get, like, how to get to Atlanta. Y'all, I ain't gonna lie. Like, that was literally one of the creative solutions that I have to think about. But I just knew, like, it wasn't about worry. Like, no, it wasn't me worrying, like, oh, I really want to get there. What if I don't get there? Like, yes, those thoughts would have came out, but I never put energy into those thoughts. If I had put energy into those thoughts, I wouldn't have been in Atlanta. But it was just something I knew from the beginning, not even seeing the money. I was just like, I'm going to be there. I already know. But something I had to do was be honest. Like, I know y'all read from the thing, like, that I just shared. Like, I'm not somebody who shares all of my, like, my personal life, which I feel like I've been doing that lately. Like, hell, even at the beginning of this damn YouTube channel, like, I've been sharing quite a lot of my personal, stuff, but I wasn't sharing, like, to the people that were around me, like my family and stuff like that. So me being open and honest and saying, like, hey, I'm going to be here. This is what it is. Like, I need to sell this furniture so I can, yada, yada, yada. And I feel like just me being open and honest, that was the test that I needed to pass in order to get there, So that was something that was real creative that I had to think about in order to get to my destination in Atlanta. So yeah. And now, like, me doing that, like, I'm seeing the fruits of my labor of being honest and saying, like, hey, like, I really don't have the money. Like, I need help. So please. And that's the thing, like, you just gotta ask for help. All right. And then it says, what did I learn from this? I learned a lot. Like, that's exactly what I learned. Like, I learned that I have everything I need where I'm at, Sometimes I feel like we be wanting to, like, jump out and just see somebody somewhere else, like, be in a different environment. But being in Atlanta made me realize how I do have everything I need in my vicinity. And that goes for people, places, and things. Literally all in my vicinity. The job that I'm about to have is in my vicinity. I don't have to drive 30 minutes away just to, get to a job. The people in my life I have in my vicinity, like, that were placed through me and the divine, because I am a co-creator of this life that I do have, and it allowed me to bring my blessings close. Like, that's what I learned. So you got to look in your life as well. Who all are around you that are actually genuinely support you, but you don't know it yet because you haven't had that conversation with them, or you haven't been open and honest with them. So let's get to these spirit cards. All right, Spirit, what do my listeners and viewers need to hear right now? Let me just get one card. Spirit, what do my listeners and viewers need to hear right now? What do my listeners and viewers need to hear right now? Spirit, what do my listeners and viewers need to hear right now? Oop, I got one. Just flipped over. All right. This just came out too. Hey, I ain't mad at it. So let's see. So it says, follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord. Hebrews 12:14. Ooh, let me repeat this one more time. Hold on. Follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord. Hebrews 12:14. I ain't gonna lie, that got me. That struck me, and it was something like specific that struck me. But, whoo, child, I'm gonna keep that to myself because I was just like, what? That threw me off. But I know I needed to see this message, and I'm definitely gonna look it up because I don't like how the wording is. Like sometimes with these wordings, it's just, what are you trying to say? So I'm about to look it up. It says, make every effort to live in peace with everyone and to be holy. Without holiness, no one will see the Lord. Period. I mean, do I need to say anything else? Because it's so true. Like, I can go on and on about, like, how things are not the way I want it to be and stuff. But it's just like, no, I'm making peace with all men. And I said all men. Men, women. Like, bitch, we're all men. Or whatever. Like, we're all being peace with everyone that surrounds me. Like, you know? And I feel like that, y'all know about that card that comes out. It's like, I'm at peace with all of my surroundings. That's literally the same thing. If you're at peace, then you'll be able to see the Lord. You'll be able to discern. You know, you'll have that better relationship with that Lord, with the Lord. And it will just be one of those relationships where it's just like, you don't have to ask. Like, you'll have discernment. You know, I feel like people walk around and they're confused. And it's because you're not at peace with everything that surrounds you. And also, you're not seeking the Lord's, you know, guidance. You know, that relationship is not built. So, if you are living in peace and you're just like, you have faith and you trust, like, those are the three things, really. But those bring peace, you know? If that's not the case, and if you're living without holiness, no one will see the Lord, you know? You will not be able to discern. You will not be able to see guidance. You'll be confused, and you'll like, go to sleep on some, like, oh, what is happening? Like, literally. And that's why. So please make every effort to live in peace with everyone and to be holy. Like, you got to. It's just like a thing. Like, even if you got these people who don't want to see you win, because they're going to come up, they're going to show themselves. But it's like, you got to see, if you have discernment, you'll be able to clock them. You'll be able to see them real quick and fast. And that's what I've been seeing. Quickly, okay? The people who actually want to use you as a strategic move and stuff like that, those are people that are not living holiness. Like, they can say whatever they want to say. They can say they're this, da 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 da. They're operating off of love. Nah, fam. You'll be able to discern. All three of your eyes will be open. And let them stay open, because them people, they genuinely don't want to see you win. They just have an ulterior motive. So yeah, just because those are the people that will be surrounding you, especially when we make it big out here, those are the kind of people that will be surrounding me. You feel me? But it's just like, I'm not about to be fighting fire with fire. I'm gonna allow you to be that way, because those are your karmic depths that are literally growing, that you will have to be taking on yourself. I came here on earth to be slaying all my karmic debts. Okay, like bitch, I'm leaving this earth and I'm not gonna have any karmic debts, and that's just period. Like, period. But your story is your story. Okay, so it's like I'm gonna continue to live in peace and be holy, because I know, like, my blessings are literally around the corner. And it's not even just to receive blessings. This is on some, like, this is me. I am that I am. Okay? Literally. Like, I do not need to be walking around here, like, expecting and, like, having ulterior motives in somebody else's life. Like, no, this life is about my life, you know? I'm the main character. I choose to be holy. I choose to live in peace. That is a choice that I choose every fucking day. You got to make that same choice yourself, okay? But that is all I have for you guys today. And if this message resonates, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And also share it to anybody you feel may need to hear this message right now. I will see you guys next time. Y'all stay flowing, glowing, and growing. Bye.